Welcome back. This is the last in our series of videos on how to make remote robots, or robots that are programmable from anywhere on the internet. And this video is dedicated to creating robots that can be live streamed 24/7. So this only applies if you want to have a robot that's just available to be programmed at any time of day or night. If you're planning to use remote robots just in live classes or online classes, then you don't need to watch this video. So I'd like to talk about some considerations that you need when you're considering creating a robot that needs to be live streamed. On the robot side, you want to make sure to get a power supply for your robot. Now, the Hummingbird bit kits ship with a 4AA battery pack. But we also sell this 5-volt 2-amp power supply if you want to plug in your robot and have it running all the time, which definitely for a 24/7 live streamed robot, you would want that. So you can get the power supply from us. It's $10, or you can buy or use any 5-volt 2-amp or more power supply with this kind of coax barrel jack connector. The next consideration you'll want to think about is that you will need to have a laptop dedicated to the robot at all times. Now, we've created some systems so that you can have up to 3 robots connected to one laptop at a time. So you could try to make it possible to use fewer than one laptop per robot, but you'll definitely need at least one laptop. And then the most important consideration is what kind of camera you'll use to live stream the robot. Now, I'll talk about what we chose to use, but there are also many other options. So we chose to use the Google Nest indoor cam. Here is a picture of my setup with 2 of the robots that we're live streaming and the laptop that's running them, and then here's the Nest cam pointed at them. Now, the big pro, or there's 2 big pros for the Nest indoor cam. One of them is that it's really easy to set up. From the moment that I unboxed it to when I had a live stream of the robots, it was like 30 to 45 minutes. It was very easy to do, and that was with figuring out some of the settings. So the second time I did it, it took maybe 5 minutes. The second big advantage is that once you are live streaming, there's no monthly fee for just live streaming a feed from the camera. So it's essentially free, and as many people as you want can watch that feed. So those are the big pros. The cons are the price, which is $199. If you think about it, the laptop that you're using also has a webcam. So if you could use that camera, then that camera would effectively be free. And the lag. So I'm not exactly sure why this is happening, but with the Nest, we found a lag of between 10 and 15 seconds from when you click on a block or do an action in Nets blocks to when you see that in the camera feed. And we know that this is on the Nest side because when we do this with a remote robot with a video chat link, we can see it responding pretty much immediately. Nevertheless, we found it to be a pretty good option. So 2 things that you'll want to consider if you go with the Nest. So I just want to show you kind of the things that you'll want to configure in the camera. So you want to click on the camera view from within your Nest kind of home screen, and then click on here to get to settings. So under camera sharing, you'll want to activate this, and then once it's activated, you'll be able to share the link with anybody or embed it into a website. So that's absolutely great, and then you can choose to have a password on that as well. The other thing you will almost certainly want to do is turn off your microphone. So if you've placed these robots anywhere where anything could be overheard, you'll definitely want to make sure the microphone is off. So those are the 2 settings that you want to make sure you set when you have a Nest set up. Otherwise, just follow Google's instructions for setting up the camera. Like I said, it's quite easy. Now, the other things that we looked into for IP cameras or live stream cameras, initially we were trying to just stream it to YouTube. but there's a limit of something like 12 hours for a YouTube live stream. Now, if you subscribe to a service like Webcam.io, they will take an IP camera and kind of link it to YouTube in such a way that it does maintain a live stream. That said, the cost for that is something like $10 or $15 a month. So you kind of have to weigh the options between, do I just pay for a camera once, or do I have a recurring monthly fee? I didn't know anything about live streaming cameras 4 weeks ago, and I don't know that much now. So if you know more about live streaming cameras, I would love to hear from you. And if you have better solutions than the one that we've been going with, definitely contact us. We're still iterating and evolving and improving this system. So that's it. That's all you really need to know about how to make remote robots. I hope that this is enough to get you started and to have you create a remote robot. If you do create one that is live streamed 24/7, contact me. I might be interested in putting it on our remote robots page. And otherwise, I hope you can make some remote robots and have fun with this project, and that you'll have, be able to benefit many students out there who are looking to program a real robot over the internet. So thanks a lot.